Throwing on first down. Eason. And the catch good. It's Eifert. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Eason. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Look at me, zipper.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Go. Five. Now.
From the gun, Eason. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Back to throw. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They're going to run this with a tight end. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of prop.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. On second down, it's Hunt. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Run.
Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on the quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All level now and 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Eason, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Landry now on the return. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. I got him.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the 1st half.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Blue dead, blue dead. Hey, Charlie. 56, Mike, 56, right there. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Eason. And his pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, let's go.
Off-play action. Eason. He completes it to Boyd. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Eason. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Eason. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Indianapolis. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Mayfield now. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 8. That is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. He's checking. He's checking. King. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch out.
They run it again with Chubb. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Boyd. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hustle. Snap.
Back to throw. Eason. And they're going to get the 1st out here as he's up to the 14. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. On 1st down, Mixon, fighting off the defender. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st down, Eason. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is. Boy, he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too in the NFL. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! What's up?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, his throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Alert, 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 alert. Mark 55, Mark 55. Here we go, here we go. Check, real. Check out,
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Got it open, then he completes it to Callaway. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready? 8, read. Check, Mike 42. Here we go, D. Hey, just be driven.
Off the play fake. Eason. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the run, it's Mixon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Back to throw. Eason. Left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Off play action. Eason, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Mayfield on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Mayfield with it once more. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 30.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Hurry! Go now! 57.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, alert!
Here's Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Eason. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
A 14-yard pickup, but it's 3rd down.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Eason. And he is dropped. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now Landry. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, right what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Double dog, that's the way. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Ready?
Throwing on first down, Eason. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Eason. And the catch good. It's Eifert. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, exit. 57, Mike 57. Watch the car.
Now Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They run again with Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Pass the... There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Eason. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into